In today's video, we will be taking a look at the careers of Larry Bird and Magic Johnson to see who the GOAT of the 80s truly was. Larry Bird and Magic Johnson both played 13 seasons in the NBA. Bird played 897 games, while Magic played 906. Larry Bird was a 6'9" small forward, and Magic Johnson was a 6'9" point guard. Bird and Magic faced off in 3 NBA Finals over the course of their careers. Larry Bird's Celtics won in 1984 in 7 games, while Magic's Lakers won in 85 and 87, both in 6 games. Larry Bird and Magic Johnson played for the 2 most successful franchises in NBA history and are arguably the 2 greatest players to play for each franchise. Larry Bird is one of the most efficient shooters of all time, becoming the first player in NBA history to have a 50-40-90 season, and one of 2 players to do it multiple times. He was a great scorer and rebounder, leading the Celtics in the 80s. He made it to a total of 5 finals, playing against Magic's Lakers in 3 of them. Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard of all time and arguably the greatest passer and facilitator we have ever seen. He has the highest career assists per game average with 11.2 assists per game over the course of his career. Magic made the finals 9 times and is arguably the greatest Laker of all time. Looking at the career numbers from Bird and Magic, we see that Bird leads in points per game, rebounds per game, blocks per game, 3-point percentage, and free throw percentage. Magic leads in assists per game, steals per game, field goal percentage, and effective field goal percentage. Bird leads Magic in 5 out of the 9 categories and is a better scorer and rebounder. Magic is a better passer and has more steals all time, also having 2 steals titles over the course of his career. Bird has a much better 3-point percentage and double the blocks as Magic. As we can see, both Bird and Magic have very similar numbers. The basic stats don't tell the full story though. We're going to look at some more advanced stats to see who the GOAT really is. We're going to look at true shooting percentage, offensive and defensive box plus minus, value over replacement, player efficiency rating, and win shares per 48. These 6 advanced stats will take into account their efficiency, the impact they have on their team winning, the impact they have offensively and defensively, as well as the value they have on the court. It will tell us who the better basketball player really is. As we can see, Magic leads Bird in 5 out of the 6 categories, but if you take a closer look, Bird is super close to Magic in almost every single category. Bird did lead in defensive box plus minus and is clearly the better defender. Magic led the league in win shares per 48 and value over replacement once in his career, while Bird led the league in PER twice, win shares per 48 twice, offensive box plus minus twice, and value over replacement 4 times. Bird led the league in these advanced stats more than Magic did, but Magic has overall better career numbers. Magic is slightly ahead of Bird in terms of who is a better basketball player statistically according to these numbers. Longevity won't be taken into account because they both played 13 seasons, but these numbers don't tell the full story. We need to take into account accolades such as titles, finals MVPs, All-NBA selections, and All-Defensive selections. It is true that Magic may have had better teammates like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and James Worthy, but Bird still had Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson, and many other great players. It is true that you need a great all-around team to win a championship, and one player can't do it alone, but Magic Johnson is arguably the best at making his teammates better, which is key to winning titles. Looking at Bird and Magic's accolades, we see that Magic has more rings and finals MVPs. They have the same amount of regular season MVPs and All-NBA selections. Bird has more all-defensive team selections and is clearly the better defender. You could argue that Magic had better teammates, and Larry Bird also played in a much tougher Eastern Conference with the Bad Boys Pistons and young Chicago Bulls with Michael Jordan and the New York Knicks. Well, the Western Conference wasn't as competitive. Looking at their numbers, Magic Johnson is statistically barely better than Larry Bird. It is super hard to come to a conclusion to who is the greater player and the GOAT of the 80s. Personally, I have Magic Johnson ranked higher than Larry Bird on my all-time list. I have Magic Johnson at number 4 and Larry Bird at number 5. They are extremely close and there's clearly no right or wrong answer. Larry Bird was a better scorer and rebounder while Magic was a better passer. Larry Bird was a better defender and Magic may have had better teammates, but Magic Johnson was able to win more and get more rings. It may have been slightly tougher for Bird to get his rings, but Magic does have slightly better numbers, and that is why I have him higher. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. I spent a lot of time on these videos, and I really hope you enjoyed.